Hello guys, this is Steve and this is the new PPC onboarding and management SOP, which I've tried to keep very simple and straightforward and essentially just covers PPC from the onboarding to the ongoing management. It doesn't go into the individual delivery items of how to run PPC, as that's a whole other system. So I will link to this below, but please find the different sections of the sheet. You can see I am taking management of the PPC department, and currently our specialists are Andrew and Jill, but that could expand over time, and these are the processes that we're going to run through. So as I said, it's going to be quite simple and straightforward, but I just need to make sure that everybody does follow this and it becomes routine and just followed across all of our accounts. So the first thing, when a new account is assigned or is onboarded with us, the first thing to do is actually to add them to the PPC master sheet, and this is going to be the responsibility of the account manager. So if a new account is assigned to you, you need to then add the new client onto this section here and update all of these details. So who your PPC specialist is going to be, which is aligned to your pod, obviously your name, is this going to be M19 or manual management, and the budget and goals. You might not have all of that at the beginning, but please make sure that the accounts are added and that this is maintained ongoing. So we've got the July tab at the moment that will be duplicated for August, and I'll expect you to keep all of the budgets updated. All of these need to be filled out. So that's one of the most important parts of this new system. Once that's been updated, you need to make sure every single account has its own teamwork task, and for that I've actually written this as an example template task. So this is for account managers to essentially copy but edit relevant to your account and then assign into teamwork. It needs to be allocated to your pod's PPC specialist, and in here you can see it's got all the details of the client, the locations and the budgets and tackles. So it's all very clear essentially, albeit this could change over time. This is the initial briefing. Link to the products, this is all very straightforward, and these are the three most important things. Initially we're going to do a full account audit, which is conducted by the PPC specialists, keyword research, and then after doing that the PPC specialist is expected to provide a strategy on the account. So it's up to the PPC specialist to decide how we actually run the campaigns and give guidance on what they can do to actually achieve the goals. Once that has been sent to the account manager can approve the proposal, the strategy, and then the PPC specialist can essentially start working on the campaigns. And another decision is this going to be suitable for M19? If it is, the SOP and the system for adding to M19 is here. So that's the first two. I won't go through all of these in detail, I'll allow you to read them, but once we have completed a PPC setup, we also have a template for that here. Essentially we have templates for everything that we need. Fifth, weekly updates. Now this is a very important part of the PPC process. PPC specialists must provide a weekly update in teamwork, and that can't just be a copy and paste of the results and I'm going to try better next week. That needs to be an actual update on that particular client. So I've written a template here which I expect the PPC specialist to use when providing their update, and it just has the week, how much you've spent, what are the sales and what's the ACOS. That's documented every week. This week I focused on and providing exact products and campaigns that you've worked on. This can't just be a copy and paste. I've noticed the ACOS has come out, so I'm working to bring it down. This needs to be, I've worked on these products within these campaigns, and this is essentially what I've done. So it needs to be unique to every client. For next week, I plan to, essentially you can read through here, you need to provide a brief on the actions that you intend to take next week, and these need to be specific to the account. It can't just be a generic update. And then at the bottom here, please let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to work on, and that is asking the account manager if there's anything that they would like to add. Okay, communication. This is on top of the weekly updates. If there is a significant update that is outside of the weekly update, say for example the ACOS has gone right up, it's gone up to 100%, and you've had to make some drastic changes which the client is likely to want to know, those need to be communicated in teamwork as well. So it doesn't have to be just once a week. If there are significant updates, I would like to see those in teamwork, and then also message to the account manager in Slack. Finally, the reporting. On the master sheet, you'll see here that every single client has a weekly check-in. So week 1, 2, 3 and 4 for each month. And once you have worked on a particular account, I want you to come in here and press yes to say that that's been done. I will personally be checking this for compliance to make sure that all of these are ultimately green at the end of the month and the end of each week. If they're not, then I will be asking questions as to why not. It's possible that you have worked on them, but until it's documented here, then effectively it hasn't been done. So I hope that makes sense, and hopefully it's quite straightforward, and it doesn't actually create too much more work for you. It's just making sure we're providing good updates and communication between the account managers and the specialists. You can see at the bottom here the different templates. This is a PPC handover, and if you want access to all of our PPC delivery SOPs in terms of how we actually manage the accounts, you can find them on this link here.